Olá, estou com Chris Surdak, especialista em transformação digital e autor dos livros Jerk e Data Crush. Chris está no Brasil para uma série de palestras e sua participação nessa entrevista foi viabilizada pela biblioteca virtual Get Abstract e pela Curatore, Curadoria Estratégica. Eu sou Wagner Cassimiro e este é o Expresso 3. Chris, let's start with the basics. What is big data? How could it change the world?
Big data itself has changed in about the last 10 years. About 10 years ago, we were challenged as companies to develop technologies that would allow us to analyze all the data that people were producing. The smartphone was brand new. Apps were brand new. And so we started creating data much more quickly than we could process it. So big data used to be the challenges of how do I look at all that data and do something useful with it. But we've conquered a lot of those technical challenges in the last 10 years. And so now the challenge is, since we have all this data and we can use it, how does that change how our businesses operate? How does that change how customers expect us to interact with them? And so now the definition has changed a great deal. It used to be just the technology, and now it's about how do I improve people's lives and actually act upon this huge amount of data as quickly as possible.
Could you give me a practical example of this?
Sure, and anytime you use Waze to try to get somewhere in Sao Paulo, and you do exactly what your phone tells you to do without even thinking about it, and Waze gets you there as quickly as possible, that's a big data solution. That's something that wasn't even conceivable 10 years ago, unless it was science fiction TV, and now we all use it every day, and we rely upon it. So if you are talking to friends on WhatsApp on the other side of the city and making plans together, if you're using Waze to get around, these are all big data solutions that now that we have them, we can't imagine our life without them.
So what is the big data future?
To me, the big data future is even more data, even greater expectations that you and I have for having our needs met before we even knew we had them, and a greater reliance upon our cell phones, our smartphones, the apps that we use, ever-growing expectations of businesses knowing us deeply and intimately and acting on that. And the companies that don't embrace this change will fade away because we are so used to that experience and expect that sort of experience and engagement.
So thank you. Foi viabilizada pela biblioteca virtual Get Abstract e pela Curadoria Estratégica. Curatore.